Welcome to the final episode of Podcast G. Today, we're going to have a Mexican entrepreneur. He owns a roofing and welding company.
Very special guest.
Go ahead and welcome in. So, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to the fans.
My name is Cesar Martinez, and I own two businesses, a welding company and a roofing company, Monarch and Monarch Welding as well.
Very successful businessman.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have a couple of questions here to ask you today, if you don't mind. First question of the day. What inspired you to start a roofing and welding business?
Well, the roofing, my dad, I've been working with him over for about 10 years now. And then welding, I don't know, it's just became one of my trades that I picked up at school, picked it up.
And did you do a program like Cascadia Tech?
No, I didn't.
So just purely off your own?
Yes, pretty much.
All right, you're going to ask this question real quick.
How'd you get your first customers when you first started, making your company, Like, when you first started off?
Went door to door.
Door to door?
Door to door. Very, very embarrassing, but you just gotta do it, door to door. Some people are gonna say no, some people are gonna, they just give you bullshit answers, but you just gotta keep going,
Confidence is key.
Yeah.
So you developed some sales skills for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
How long would you say you were doing door to door?
Like a good year. I would go door to door, just ask, see if they, just ask questions about the roofs, and just figure out if they need it done or not. And then if they do, then I'll go with that. And if not, then keep going.
And you think it's as effective as social media, or you think like door to door is better way of marketing?
I think door to door is better, honestly. I think door to door is better. You actually, you actually get to meet the owner, so they're trusting you that you're able to get the job done correctly. That's about it. Yeah, so I think it's better that way.
We'll go ahead and start. Number 4. Just remember it and then ask it.
What's a normal work day look like for you?
Wake up at 4 in the morning, go all the way down to where our trucks are at, pick up 2 trailers, go down to where we're going to go do the roofs, and that's about it. Just work all day, and then after that, just go home.
So you start from around 4 a.m. and what time do you
4
usually end at?
Get done around 6 to 5.
A long shift?
Yeah.
What skills are most important in roofing and welding work?
I'd say for sure. I don't know how to answer the question.
Like communication, team
roofing, I don't know, could be
leadership,
strength, a lot, 'cause you can't be weak.
A lot of strength. You gotta be, obviously, you gotta have muscle, obviously, you gotta climb up this ladder with the shingles. You gotta communicate about what you're doing as well. That's actually a good one. Yeah, you gotta communicate what you're doing, make sure you don't run over cords. You gotta have a good eyesight too. You can't have bad eyesight up there, because one wrong move down the roof right there, you're falling down.
You ever felt?
Yeah, actually, I have, yeah.
Breaking a bone?
Nah, I just what's it called? It just pops out.
Shoulder pop out?
Yeah.
Dislocated?
Dislocated. Yeah.
Very nice. 4? 5 or 6? 5 and beyond. 5. Oh, no, 6 and beyond.
What if that's not these?
You could.
There's one else
So
up here.
these up.
There's this one up here. Have you ever experienced any discrimination or barriers? Probably. Have you ever experienced any discrimination or barriers while growing your business, and how did you push through it?
Yeah.
Just has anyone ever judged you on the basis
Yeah,
of your look?
a lot of white people, they be looking at you, A lot of white people, when you go knock on the door, though. I've had a couple of people actually be racist towards my dad and me a couple of times, but we just gotta whatever, just leave it alone, or either we just leave, pack up our things and we leave, and that's about it. We don't, we try not to have a conversation with them, because it's whatever. It's their property, so we just leave, pack up our things and leave. And if they don't like it, we just leave. That's about it.
Número 10.
Where do you see your business in the next 5 to 10 years, growing and advancing?
I see it going pretty far, honestly. I really do. We're getting houses every day. There's jobs every day. And I think I'm doing good so far where I'm at, and I think I'm gonna keep pushing and keep.
You're gonna inherit your father's business?
For sure. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna keep going until I just can't more, I guess.
Another question to add on to that. Would you recommend, having family members in business. I know sometimes it can be like troubling, you know, if it's like your brother or something. Because my family also has a business, and sometimes kind of makes family dynamics.
I
Yeah.
think there's pros and cons to it. I mean, it's I work with my dad, so I mean, every small little thing I do, he's gonna want to correct it. So that kind of bothers me a little bit. I mean, we have our ups and downs, but I think it's better working with siblings and family than working with other people because you actually know who you're working with. You know, you can do whatever, stuff like that. So I think it's better that way than working with someone you just man, and I don't like that. So I think
For sure.
What's been your proudest moment as a business owner?
making fat checks, making fat money. I think my first 100K check was pretty good. That was part one of my business moments. Able to bring that back to my parents. Pretty good.
So, I basically already asked this one, so
14,
14?
11.
11. How has your Mexican background influenced your work ethic and business style?
I don't know the answer.
So, you know, like the Mexicans work harder.
It's just it's like the.
Well, it's not completely true that Mexicans work hard. It's a stereotype, you know?
But it's
I
still
think
pretty
it's-
true.
I think it's
Statistic.
true. Yeah, it's like I'm more around Mexicans, and I think we're harder workers. I really think we are. I really do think so. But what was the question?
How's your Mexican background influenced your work ethic
Oh, okay.
and business style?
Do you find it like communicate yourself more with like people of color other than like white people?
I like that for sure. I think I do. White people are, I don't know, sometimes they look at you.
They're like a
you know,
little something else.
they're a little something else, you know what I'm saying? So, but I think being around my people is better, you know. I think we're hard workers. We always pick each other up. That's one thing, you know what I'm saying? If I go down, you know, we all go down, and that's what I like about it as well. And then, I don't know, I like listening to corridos on that roof, you know? This is the way it's like.
6.
How do you deal with competition and other businesses, you know, on the same field?
Ooh, well, I try not to, look at the pocket watch them. I try not to look at them as much because it does affect me. If I see them doing better, I'm telling me I want to do way better. So I just leave that. I leave the social media alone when I look, because they be posting. I see the advertisements and stuff, but I think at the end of the day, my business is still better in my opinion.
Do you also put advertisements?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
How do you handle stress or pressure when the jobs get tough?
Well, I mean, you can't really do nothing, when the pressure's on you, I just stop for a minute sometimes, when I'm on the roof, if I'm getting a little stressed out, then I take a little break, as much, because working stress, when you're stressed out and you're working, that's not a good combination, because you're just going to get mad at little things, or if the shingles don't come out right, you know what I'm saying? Everything, one little, like I said, one wrong move on that roof is,
Bring you down.
Yeah, so I try not to stress, but when I do, I just sit down for a little bit. I just take a little breaks, and then I just keep going.
Another question, have you ever had a moment where you wanted to quit?
Yeah.
And what kept you going?
Yeah, there's a lot of moments where I want to quit. Like I said, going door to door, like when they shut you down, for sure that hurts. That hurts your pride. That hurts. That's your business that you're trying to go, and people are not trying to, But I think what keeps me going is my mom. I think, everything she's done for me, so I gotta, make the same sacrifices and just keep going, as long as it hurts, when they say no, but you just gotta keep going. I think so. My mom is really where I keep, when there's times where I go down and I just think about my mom, my family, and I just keep going.
Any of these type? Except
Just gas prices.
What's your choice?
I asked.
I'll do one. And we already did this one too, basically. What's something about the industry that you're working in that a lot of people don't realize about it? Like the struggles that come up.
The money wise as well. The money wise, because you need money to obviously to get trailers, trucks to start. That sucks. That's a very bad one. Or Like you gotta have money to make money, you know, like advertisements, a business, online or cards or stuff like that.
Is there any like cons to this?
Yeah. So there, yeah. What was the question?
It was just like, what's something that people don't know about this
Oh,
business?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we're talking about like the reinvestments.
Oh yeah, the investments. That's,
Mhm.
you gotta invest a lot
Mhm.
to get the profit that you want. You gotta invest a lot.
there's a lot of like money, time,
Yeah.
all
A
that.
lot of times you gotta have, you know, you gotta be, you can't be stressed all the time, you know, because if you stress yourself up, you're gonna be in a ball, and then it just all goes down. There's no moving going up with your business, so try not to stress over that. But investing, that's hard. You gotta get all these things for that one simple job.
Do you ever struggle with like for example, roofing? You know, I know it's not that popular in winter. Like, you ever struggle with, like, not that many customers and stuff like that?
It goes, you know, in the summer where, you know, it's hot houses back to back, but the winter slows down, but there's still houses that you got to push through it on the snow, you know. We have the boots that are not slippery, so, but that not really works, but if anything, we have the harnesses or whatever, so.
And check if the John's still recording.
How long are we doing it for?
3 more minutes. Alright, let's see. What's the most difficult job you had to complete in roofing or welding? And what did the check look like?
So, the modern homes have for sure, like how they have, they're different, they're built different, you know, how they have like, there's point houses like this, or there's houses that are just built weird, stuff like that really bothers me, but that, you got to get it done, you know, one way or another. So you get that done, and the checks, I mean, I think modern houses, you get paid more, obviously, I feel like, because we charge more in modern houses because it's more dangerous and higher risk of one of us dying or falling and breaking something, and that's on us, you know. That's still on us, you know. The homeowner, that they can't really do nothing, you know. We fall. I mean, we can, but we try not to do that, like sue them or anything like that. So if we fall, like, that's just on us, I guess.
If you had to explain to someone who doesn't know anything about roofing, what would you say is the importance of replacing the shingles and stuff like that? Like, why?
Why is it important?
Yeah, why?
So you don't have water in your house. You don't have. Well, obviously you need a roof, and then the shingles just stop water, basically, just water, basically.
So it stops moisture.
Moisture for sure, and then it stops that little green. I forgot what it's called, the moss on the house too.
Moss,
Yeah, because that can turn into water too. If you have that just on the roof or just on plywood, that'll melt in and it's all moldy.
That can make the roof fall in.
Yeah, and then it's all like soggy. Then it just falls in out of nowhere. So roof is very important for sure. The shingles.
So I have like another question.
Yeah.
Sorry, that extra culture.
That's like wrap-up questions.
Actually, one more question and wrap up questions.
So the last one would be like words of encouragement for someone coming in this.
Yeah, like someone as a Mexican,
But
just like someone that's growing up like as a Mexican or something. What are some words of inspiration? Someone like a younger version of you, inspiration. That's what that's
I start.
Like if you had to, talk to yourself 10 years in the past, what would you give advice?
You gotta talk to yourself 10 years ago in the past. What are some key words of motivation you would tell yourself to encourage you to keep going, pushing yourself even more?
I would have told myself just don't let, or like bring it back to door kind of thing. So like that's like really a big thing, you know, when you're out there going door to door trying to help your business grow on your own like that. Like I'd say, just keep pushing, don't stop, you know, keep going, because like I said, you can do, if you put your mind to it, you can do it for sure. That's for sure. I didn't believe it at first, back then, but I realized that you really can. I mean, how far I've came with my business, so I think I just told myself keep going, because back then I had lack confidence. I didn't want to go door to door. I didn't want to help my dad. I didn't want to help the family. I didn't want to help the business at all. But I just told myself just keep going and just keep going. That's about it.
All right, we have 3 final wrap-up questions for you today. I just want to ask number 1.
Looking back at all the years of hard work and stuff, what would shit, I forgot the question. Looking back at your journey, what would you say was the hardest or
Let's stop focusing on you.
was your biggest lesson?
Oh, you guys can edit this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can edit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm acting like this is one take. Oh.
It's like one take or what?
Okay. Oh.
The biggest lesson, bro.
What has been your biggest lesson so far, like, all these years of working?
Biggest lesson. I don't know how to answer that one. Biggest lesson as in, not my answer, but a big lesson as well.
Kind of like being a
What
hard
have you
worker.
learned as a human?
Bro, look, you already kind of answered it. To be
Like,
honest.
you've been like asking the
Yeah.
same question, bro.
Like, I asked like a different one. Like, I got a question for
Shit.
not that rapper, but
Let's see.
like some other.
Something from the top of the dome or what?
Huh?
From the top of your dome?
Yeah.
Go.
Like hold up, let me.
Can't
I don't want.
forget.
I'm not trying to stutter though, such a.
Little think time.
Thanks. Why do you think that, I believe that most Mexican owners, business owners, like, instead of all like supporting each other, they're always like competing and stuff, they're like jealous. Why do you think that's like so common, because I feel like you don't really see that in like Asian culture, like white people, all that. Why do you think that is? And what do you think about it?
I think they like to. Yeah, I've seen some couple business owners. They be talking. They do. I've seen some comments. I've seen a few. I think it's just they want to be best. Like how I am. I want to be the best. I want to be the best roofer. I think that's how. I mean, I feel like they'll think how I think. But I think it's dumb. I wouldn't want to bring another Mexican owner down. I wouldn't like that. I would want him helping me, and I would want to help him.
For sure.
But I think it's over the me. They wanna, they just want to be on top.
Better than
for sure.
everybody.
Better than everybody. That's how Mexicans are for sure. I can tell you that right now.
I think it's like definitely something that was like rooted.
Yeah, that's
more,
from
Yeah.
across the years.
I think that's how the Hispanics are. They want to succeed. They want to drive and show it off.
It's like a really like masculine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Trying to be the best for everyone.
What does success mean to you personally outside of money?
Money success. For sure, I would say like a lot is when you see a house and you think you can't do it, and then you do it. That's a good one. It's like you do it. That's a success. That's like you're able to do things that you didn't think you could do.
You prove yourself
You
wrong.
prove yourself wrong a lot. You do. Like when I go out and I look at these houses with my dad, sometimes I should be like, don't even want to do it, but I just do it, and that's a big success, I think, or knowing that you have that company in the back, like knowing that you have that right there. That's a big one for me. I like knowing that I have my own company, that I don't gotta go boss around, or I think that's about it to me. I'll talk to right there.
9. Final question?
Yeah.
So for our final question, what do you want people to remember you for? So for our final question, what do you want people to remember about you and your work? Like, what type of impact do you want to make in this world?
Well, I don't really care, I don't think to them, but to myself, I want to know that I was able to do this for my mom, able to do this for myself, find a way out, I ain't come for money, but, just figure it out, and what's the question? You're going to have to ask the question.
It was just like,
How do you want to be remembered?
Yeah, like, what do you want your legacy to be?
Like, you care what, like, you only care what, you don't care what.
I don't care what other people think, I think, I don't really care. I think what I care about is how I feel, and if I'm doing the job right, because that's a job, you're getting paid to do it. So I don't really care as much what impact I do, as long as I do an impact for myself, impact for my family, that I can support them, that's a big impact for that.
All right. Well, just any final advice you would like to say to someone listening right now?
Don't give up for sure. Just keep going. Keep going, test the waters, if you want to do something. Test the waters, and if you don't like it, find something else, and just don't. Once you find it, you'll find it, and you'll keep going. You're going to want to keep going for sure.
All right. Well, that's all we have for you today, Caesar.
Yeah, thank you.
Pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you.
Thank you for coming on.
And next, it's over there.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for our final episode, wrapping up Podcast Cheap.
Podcast.
I'm your host, Victor.
Max.
Eric.
And that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little series we had. And we'll see you guys when we see you guys.
Mm-hmm.